Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Celebrating the Prophet's birth is an innovation of guidance. Among the great innovations of guidance is the annual celebration of the Prophet's birth, Mawlidun Nabi. This event is commemorated by Muslims all over the world, who join together for such rewardable deeds, such as reciting from Al-Quran, chanting Islamic praises, telling the story of the Prophet's birth, teaching religious knowledge, slaughtering animals to feed to the poor, and gathering to thank and praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to ask Him to exalt the honor of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. The honorable, knowledgeable, and righteous ruler, Al-Muzaffar, the king of Irbil, initiated this practice about 900 years ago, and he was praised by many Muslim scholars of Islam. Among them, Egyptian Hafiz Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani and Jalaluddin as-Suyuti. The famous scholar of Hadith, Abul Khattab ibn Dihya, wrote a book for the king, especially to be read during the Mawlid celebration. And there were no great Muslim scholars who dispraised this innovative practice. The basis for commemorating honorable events repeatedly every year is evidenced in the Sunnah of the Prophet. As related by Al-Bukhari, when the Prophet immigrated to Medina, he found that the Jews were fasting. So he asked them why they fast on the 10th of Muharram. They told the Prophet that they do so to commemorate the day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saved Prophet Musa alayhi salam and the tribes of Israel from the tyranny of the Pharaoh. It was revealed to the Prophet that what the Jews said was true. So Prophet Muhammad told them, "We are more deserving of Musa than you." Prophet Muhammad said this because Prophet Musa was a Muslim. Prophet Muhammad ordered the Muslims to fast the 9th and the 10th of Muharram. And this sunnah is still practiced today. To celebrate the birth of the Prophet by doing rewardable deeds that can be done on any day of the year is considered an innovative practice, because this was not done at the time of the Prophet. Although this innovation was praised by the Muslim scholars of Islam, some people consider any innovation to be an innovation of misguidance. Those who consider any innovation to be that of misguidance have been misled, because there are two Sahih hadiths which support celebrating such an event. Imam Muslim related through the route of Jarir ibn Abdullah that the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, "Man sanna fil Islami sunnatan hasanatan falahu ajruha wa ajru man amila biha ila yawm al-qiyamah la yanqusu min ujurihim shay. ومن سن في الإسلام سنة سيئة فعليه وزرها ووزر من عمل بها إلى يوم القيامة لا ينقص من أجورهم شيء." Which means, the one who innovates a good innovation in Islam has its reward, and a reward similar to those who follow him in it until the day of judgment without lessening their reward. The one who innovates an innovation of misguidance would be sinful for it, and has the sins similar to those who follow him in it until the day of judgment without lessening their sins. There are two types of innovation mentioned in this hadith: the innovations of guidance and the innovations of misguidance. What complies with the Quran, the Sunnah, the Ijma', and the sayings and practices of the companions is an innovation of guidance. And what contradicts the Quran, the Sunnah, the Ijma', and the sayings and actions of the companions is an innovation of misguidance. This definition of the two types of innovations was given by many knowledgeable and trustworthy scholars of Islam. Among them, Imam al-Shafi'i, Imam al-Nawawi, al-Bayhaqi, and the Hafiz Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani. It is apparent that the Muslims have not gone astray in celebrating the birth of the Prophet, based upon the aforementioned hadith, because the deeds practiced during this event are considered rewardable by the standards of the religion, and are in line with the definitions of the innovations of guidance. Unfortunately, there are some people who misinterpret a Sahih hadith related by Abu Dawood, "Kullu bid'atin dalalah," which means most innovations are innovations of misguidance. There are those who misinterpret the word kul as every, and thus claim this hadith means every innovation is an innovation of misguidance. Their claim is unfounded for two reasons. Linguistically, this hadith is similar to the hadith read by Al-Bayhaqi, كُلُّ عَيْنٍ زَانِيَةٍ, which clearly does not mean every eye gazes the look of the adulterer. Rather, most people are guilty of the forbidden look. The person blind since birth would surely not have the forbidden look, and the prophets would never commit such an abject sin. The word kul, as used in both hadith, refer to most. Although it can mean every, it does not mean this in all cases. As a matter of fact, in the explanation of Sahih Muslim, An-Nawawi said, the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, "Kullu 'aynin zaniya," is among the terms which are 'am makhsus, which are general statements given a specific meaning, which is a known field in Islam. In the meaning of the hadith, "Kullu bid'atin dalala," is most innovations are innovations of misguidance. This field, 'am makhsus, is seen in the Quran in ayah 25 of Surah Ahqaf, "Tudammiru kulla shay," which means the wind Allah sent as punishment to the people of Ad destroyed most of the things. To accept the meaning, every innovation is an innovation of misguidance, as the meaning of the Sahih Hadith related by Abu Dawood, would negate the Sahih Hadith related by Imam Muslim, which specifies two types of innovations: the innovations of guidance and the innovations of misguidance. In the rules of the religion, it is not permissible to interpret two Sahih Hadith in contradiction to each other. Therefore, we know the true meaning. Although most innovations are innovations of misguidance, there are numerous examples of religiously acceptable innovations. During the caliphate of Umar ibn al-Khattab, Umar initiated the practice of gathering people in Ramadan to pray the Taraweeh prayer in congregation. When he saw the people performing this prayer in congregation, he said, "Ni'matul bid'atu hadi," which means, what a good innovation that is. The high status of Umar ibn al-Khattab is known. Thus, it is important to point out that Umar used the explicit term, al-bid'ah, innovation, in his praise. If all innovations were misguided, as some claim, Umar would not have innovated this practice, nor expressed his praise, yet both Al-Bayhaqi and Muslim related this incident. During the era of the followers of the companions of the Prophet, another praiseworthy innovation took place. Initially, letters like ba, ta, tha, and ya did not have dots above or below them. This practice of distinguishing between the letters by using notations began after the time of the Prophet. Since the time of the Prophet, many innovations have been adopted. Remembering the birth of the Prophet by doing rewardable deeds is a praiseworthy innovation. It is an honorable event and special to the Muslims throughout the world. We rejoice in being members of the greatest nation of Islam, the nation of Muhammad, who is the best prophet in the best creation of Allah. In Surah Al-Imran, ayah 110, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, كنتم خير أمة أخرجت للناس تأمرون بالمعروف وتنهون عن المنكر وتؤمنون بالله, which means, you are the best of nations brought forth to the people, bidding the lawful ma'ruf and forbidding the unlawful munkar, and believing in Allah. This verse means this nation is the best of nations by virtue of its prophet, as explained by the scholars of Islam. Muslims are thankful to Allah for the blessings of Islam and for being among the followers of Muhammad. In Surah Al-Imran, ayah 31, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ, which means, if you love Allah, then follow the Prophet, and Allah will love you. It is fitting to honor the Prophet. The Mawlid, the celebration of his birth, has a great benefit. It inspires the heart to have a more profound love for the Prophet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala a'lam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.